Well, it's been another day, guys, so that means that there has been more chaos and craziness within the Trump administration, leading to yet more downfalls in the stock market, and now the possibility of a recession being brought back up for the United States of America. Donald Trump's plan at this point seems to be fire a bunch of people, you have no idea what jobs they do, try to hire them back, and then, come out and say, you really actually don't know what you're doing, so who knows what's going to happen, but it's not your fault, and it's not Elon's fault. It's definitely somebody else's fault. At this point, egg prices are still going up, grocery prices are still going up, gas prices still going up, Ukraine still at war with Russia. And Donald Trump, the only thing he really wants to talk about is putting a resort down in Gaza. To be honest, you would be hard-pressed to prove that Donald Trump wasn't trying to burn down America. I mean, the very indicator that he used to say America was doing so great during his first term is so far in the red that it's probably attracting sharks. Now, if you ask me, all this on-again, off-again tariff action, it seems like there might be some type of insider trading going on. But it seems as though the people at Fox News might not be getting their cut. Take a look at this article from the Daily Beast where it says Trump gets shock Fox pushback over tariff-induced pain. Market has been going down. President Donald Trump waved off ominous forecasts that his tariffs could bring an economic recession Sunday, claiming America was experiencing a period of transition. And here I thought that they got rid of any word that had trans in it. Speaking with Maria Bartiromo on Fox News Sunday Morning Futures, the president ignored challenging questions by heaping praise on his own negotiation skills. Well, at least he's not talking about the weave again. But he is doing the weave, though. I hate to predict things, Trump said in response to a question on whether he predicted a recession for the year. There is a period of transition. First of all, Donald Trump does not hate to predict things. Donald Trump literally predicts things all the time. They just never actually come true. And just like conspiracy theorists, when they do come true, he completely overstates exactly what he said was going to happen. U.S. economic output is set to contract by an annualized rate of negative 2.4% in the first quarter of 2025, the Atlanta Fed forecast estimated this week according to Reuters. And when you look at this actual Reuters article, Atlanta Fed shock sounds Trumpcession warning. Boy, I like that word. That's a perfect word. You could say it's a beautiful word. Trumpcession. If you haven't heard the term before, you will now, as a closely watched real-time U.S. economic weather vane is signaling that GDP is shrinking at the fastest pace since the pandemic lockdown. The Atlanta Fed's GDP Now model estimate for annualized growth in the current quarter was a stunning negative 2.8% on Monday, down from plus 2.3% last week. A month ago, the model showed that growth in the January-March period was tracking close to 0.40%. Yeah, you guys remember that economy all of these people hated under Joe Biden? Yeah, the one that was actually showing positive GDP growth? Donald Trump, he killed that. But don't worry, guys, you didn't vote for the prosecutor. These estimates are published regularly as new economic data is released and can be quite volatile. There were 11 in February alone. Friday's shock reading of negative 1.5% was led by a record high $153 billion trade deficit in January, most likely as firms front-loaded imports ahead of tariffs, and Monday's decline was driven by soft manufacturing activity. Go ahead and take a look at this fine chart we have here. Boy, that looks like a healthy chart, doesn't it? The Atlanta Fed's GDP Now real-time estimates are historically the most reliable of these models, and the negative figures didn't come out of nowhere. A lot of soft economic indicators like sentiment surveys have been extremely weak in recent weeks, just like Donald Trump's presidency. Soft and weak. And some hard economic activity indicators are flashing red too. Consumer sentiment in January slumped the most in 3.5 years. Retail sales dropped by the most in nearly 2 years. Real spending fell at the fastest rate since early 2021, and retail giant Walmart has warned of a tough year ahead. It's perhaps no surprise that Citi's U.S. Economic Surprises Index has slid into negative territory, hitting the lowest point since September. Yet when Walmart is concerned about having a bad year, that you better be concerned about having a bad year, because you ain't Walmart. And when we take a look at the markets, we can see, as you see here, the Dow is down. That chart's not looking great. Not looking great. The S&P 500 continues to fall, as well as the NASDAQ. And of course, for all those crypto bros out there, Yeah, it's looking a lot like Donald Trump's dinky, real soft, and not going to be getting up anytime soon. And of course, that's all leading to Donald Trump doing what Donald Trump does: the weave. Donald Trump said, "There are always periods. It takes a little time, but I think it should be great for us. I mean, I think it should be great." He went on to ramble about his deal-making abilities in previous deals with China's authoritarian president Xi Jinping, citing a previous deal for farmers during his first term. Yeah, that turned out great. I think that they should probably ask the actual farmers how that turned out, because, yeah, it wasn't good. Farmers took a big hit this week as China retaliated against Trump's tariffs by imposing taxes on American farm imports. "It's going to be great ultimately for the farmer," Trump insisted. "Don't forget, I made the deal with China." How could we forget? No one makes bad deals like Donald Trump makes bad deals. He described the autocratic Chinese leader as great because he did a favor to Trump. That's literally how you get Trump to say that you're great. But the Fox News host pressed him further on whether his business acumen was credible, pointing to nervous stock markets as shares tumbled over the last week. The NASDAQ composite dropped 2.6%, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average was down 1% on Thursday, making it the worst day for trading in the last 3 months. He does keep setting records, they're just bad records. "Now we've got tariffs, and the market has been going down," Bartiromo told the president. Trump awkwardly replied, "Well, not much." Bartiromo questioned him further. "You said, look, we're going to have disruption, but we're okay with that. Is that what you meant, the stock market going down?" And Trump replied with, "What I have to do is build a strong country. You can't really watch the stock market." And that is the wildest statement of this interview, because Donald Trump has spent the entirety of Biden's presidency claiming that when he gets into office, the stock market is going to be amazing, and that Joe Biden had done a terrible job, even though the stock market did nothing but go up under Biden after COVID, and now seems to be doing nothing but declining under Donald Trump. Trump also bemoaned the record-setting inflation under Biden. Really? "And you may get it again," Bartiromo cut in to say, "but you may get it again with these tariffs, right?" "Well, guess what? Interest rates are down for the last 3 or 4 days at good levels," Trump said. Yeah, who got those interest rates cuts again? I think it was Biden. Was it that Biden? Despite challenging questions, Bartiromo has found her own way to spin recent developments in the U.S. economy. Instead of pointing to uncertainty brought by Trump's tariffs threat, she used the president's scapegoat. "We'll see if Joe Biden's recession shows up," she told Fox Business host Charles Payne in a discussion on Friday. Look, I don't want to go into a recession, and neither do you. And neither does the rest of America. Or the globe. And every day I wake up thinking, hey, you know what? This may be the day that I wake up and Donald Trump has actually did it. He's actually done something smart, finally. And every day, I am fucking disappointed because Donald Trump is a failed businessman. And he's always been a failed businessman. And we told you guys all of that over and over again. But you guys insisted that he was super smart because he wrote Art of the Deal, which you never read because Trump supporters would rather burn books than read them. And though I'm not normally a person that would suggest books being banned, I think maybe after this is all said and done, maybe we should ban Donald Trump's Art of the Deal books. Because it looks like we're getting nothing but bad business deals. And if that's what we're getting from the Art of the Deal, well, I could deal without it. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to be getting ready for this Trumpcession. And that's what it should be called. Because this is Donald Trump's fault. Not Joe Biden's fault. This is Donald Trump's fault. We had an economy that was quickly healing from what was going on in the pandemic to today. And people decided to disregard all the economic indicators that were showing that the economy was getting better because they were distracted by things like egg prices that were being influenced by the avian flu and transgender bathrooms. Yeah. We are literally entering idiocracy. All right, guys. Well, you guys let me know what you think about this and what you're going to do to get ready for the Trumpcession that's coming up. Go ahead and leave that down in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. And don't forget, I love you guys, I appreciate you guys, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, and check out that video on the screen now.